So we've traded for 5 weeks, and I'm going to show you the results of the 5 weeks of trading, how we've made money, the proof of that, and then also how we're going to continue to trade for the next coming weeks. And we've majorly been trading gold. And let me just get into that, and then I show you how we did it. So I'm going to start from looking at the gold chart here. Let me clear everything out, and then so that we can have it as fresh as it is. So before I break down gold, let me just show you the trading for the last 5 weeks. So when you come to YouTube, this is Throne. Just bring this down here. So this is Throne trades. You look at the trades, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the last 5 weeks of trading. I've been analyzing the markets before, and then after I send them into the group. This is the Throne Throne trades, the Telegram group. So I analyze the market, and then I send the trades here. So this is what we had to show for the trades that we've taken for the 5 weeks. So if you just come to the group here, Throne Trades, you click on this link, it takes you to a website to prove how we've traded and made profits from the 5 weeks of gold. So it takes you to Funding Pips certificate, which is successfully verified. And then you come to Certificate of Achievement, the evaluation stage, phase 1, and then look at the date, that is 9th of July. And then that. And then you go again to the group there too, because that is phase 1. Then you come, you click again on the second link, and takes you again to Funding Pips certificate that is successfully verified. You come to phase 2 of the evaluation stage, and then the date is 23rd of July. So within a month, that is approximately 5 weeks, we've traded gold with every trade before. Like on a weekend, when the market is closed, we'll do the analysis, we'll break it down, and then the analysis are sent into the group. Okay, let me just go straight to, okay, so the analysis are sent into the group, like you can see here. You can see here, and then once they play out, like here, they also sent before and after. And we've been doing that even for NFP. This was an NFP analysis. The video was actually here, where is around here, NFP. Yeah, here, gold at NFP, possible NFP, that was like a month ago. And then this is the result, how it plays out, okay? And we also went into gold, July, and then also we looked at some psychology, things to do with the fundamentals. We need to understand the gold fundamentals from a war perspective to other things. And then this is the trade. And then we went on to, this is another analysis. You can see the dates here. This is 6th of July. This is the analysis. And this is the outcome for the analysis. Okay. So we've been doing that, including one more, which is very important. And this is it. So there's a time I actually also come to X, which is formerly known as Twitter. You also look for Throne Trades. I specifically use this for journaling my psychology, and then I journal my fundamental reasons why the market is going to go a certain way. So I do that on X just for journaling. So that everything is transparent. So this was on X. So I said a pending sell limit around this area, and perfectly played out with the reward twice the risk. And then there's also that's why my next buy limit is around this. So if you look at the date in which I sent, this was on 7th of July. And this is the buy limit which I had sent out, the price. You can zoom it here, and then you see it, the price which I had sent out. And then you go on to the next one. Also talk about motivation and psychology and all of that. Especially this one here is very important. A skill so sharpened can transform luck into destiny. You know, we start trading, and then we start with luck. You make the money out of luck, and you don't know how to maintain the money from the luck. And now you have to you cannot rely on luck again. You have to sharpen your skill so that your luck can be transformed into a destiny. And that only happens if you keep backtesting your strategy. You have the guts to follow it, because that is where the money comes from. That's the origin. So we've been doing that. These are the trades. We send before and then after. Okay. So once we have that with the proof, you can see here, you have successfully completed evaluation objectives for phase 1 and 2. And I had shown you this. This is phase 1 here. And then this is phase 2. Now, the reason why I'm using funding pips and not showing you my profits is because it's cheap. You can buy a very cheap account from them. And then you start it from there. And then whatever reward you get from there, you buy bigger accounts. Okay. So I usually don't recommend you to use your money to buy a pro forma account. Trade whatever small account you have. If you've made profits from it, it is a proof that you can make profit also from the others. And then now you can now buy an account and then you start to trade. Okay. Now then you've noticed here, I don't show profits, neither do I show my lot size, because I really don't, I leave it for the rest of the guys to do it. I'm not here to prove anything to you. So with that being said, every trade will be sent here, like this trade now for gold that I'm going to analyze today. I'm going to send it here. So brace up. Let's see how we can break this chart down and then see how we can actually make money this week. Now, this is gold on the weekly time frame. If you've watched most of my videos, I break down the market from the highest time frame to the lowest. Okay. Now, I don't want to go to the monthly chart because we just have about 4 to 5 days for the monthly candle to close. So I will do that once the monthly candle has closed. Notice I do a breakdown once the candle has closed. Now, with that being said, let me just show you exactly how we're going to trade gold this week. So this is the weekly chart for the gold. If you come here, you just mark your highs and lows. That's the first thing. So this is the highest gold has ever been. You just mark it like that. And then this is one of the lows that we see from here. And then you also go inside and mark, this is a high that has become a resistance. You mark it like that. So now you know price is trading, we are around here. And then from here, you go in again and mark your lows, the most near visible lows. So you mark this low, that is your potential support area. Notice the word potential. It's not yet a support, but it's a potential. And then this is another potential support area. And then this is another potential support area. Let me just mark it to cover this. So from here, we've dissected the price by marking our highs and lows. Our high is going to be potential resistance. Our low is going to be potential supports. Then you come inside. You can clearly tell this week here has made price to close into this zone here, breaking this previous high. Now this was a high, and then this is a higher high. Now this is a higher low. The price has closed and broken below it, meaning this is also another potential resistance. So once you have this, you have a resistance, support, you need to go to a lower time frame so that you can see more clearly, because you cannot trade on the weekly time frame, neither can you trade also on the daily, because your stop loss will be so big. So let's go into the daily. So on the daily, this is what we have. Okay, so we have our potential resistance here. We have also our all-time resistance here, and then the potential support. So once you clearly have that, the next thing you need to see is, if you look at this candle, it is a strong bearish candle to the downside. Of course, to form this low here, which is also another potential support. But if you look at this candle, it broke below this low. So this is what I call price difference. The difference between this high and then this new fresh low, it is actually here. And if you don't know what this concept is, you just need to come to the throne YouTube. I've broken it down. Then you come, you will see the first video. That one there, price difference. So you'll understand it, and I emphasize it a lot. So once you have this, we know that this is the potential area to trade, and this. So we can come to our 4-hourly time frame, and on the 4-hourly, these are the areas in which we are going to look for trades. Okay. So how do we want to trade here? You want to wait for price to reach into this area, gives you a pattern, possibly an M pattern, a double top, and then we can trade it to the downside, to this, and then maybe possibly to that. If you don't see a pattern here on the price resistance area, that means you need to wait. It could actually appear here. Now, what do I mean by a pattern? You need to see a series of highs, and then a break, a low. What you will just call in short, a head and shoulders, a double top. You need to see them around here for us to trade. Now, if we don't see them and price comes to these lows here, then we will look for patterns also for possible reversals, and then this, and then this. So now, like as we talk now, price is in the middle. You don't want to do much. You just want to sit on your hands, and then you wait. You wait, and then you can have entries at a later time. So that's how we want to trade gold next week. So if you find value in this video, you can subscribe, you can join and trade with us. Everything is free of charge. Nobody is charging you anything. And the signals are not funny. They are good ones. You can benefit from them.